thank you for attending today's webinar. Before we begin, I want to cover a few housekeeping items. At the bottom of your audience console are multiple application widgets you can use. If you have any questions during the webinar, you could submit those in the Q&A box and they'll be answered at the end of the presentation. You can also expand your slide area by clicking on the Maximize item on the top icon on the top right corner of the slide viewer. And if you're having any technical difficulties, please click the Help widget. And if you can take a moment at the end of the webinar to fill out the survey, that would be much appreciated. I'll now hand this over to our next presenter. Joey, if you want to kick it off.
All right. Thank you very much, Rachel, and thank you all for taking some time out of your day to join us. And I'm really excited. Adobe has some really great content to share with you all, so I hope you enjoy. Before I turn it over to the Adobe team, as a way of a quick introduction, my name is Joe Mendelea. I help lead our Adobe business here at Insight, and I wanted to take some time to share the Insight and Adobe partnership within our channel community. So to many of our existing clients and our new clients, Insight's excellence really puts the focus on the customer. We have these pillars in place to ensure that the customer journey is always met. So to name a few of our capabilities, I'd like to start with, and I won't go through each one of them, so don't worry, but I do want to call out the important ones. So for us, it's really the deep knowledge in software and all the different buying programs at Adobe. So in particular, the VIP and ETLA programs. And none of our awards or our success in these areas would be possible without you, the customer, and to our 12 dedicated Insight badged Adobe teammates. So these are North American teammates who work with over 250 dedicated software specialists and who are on the sales side. And really the goal is to, we try to get away from that generic touch point at the time of your, typically at the time of your next renewal. And we feel that we need to work hard to establish a more of a value add throughout the course of your entire subscription footprint throughout the year. And so in doing that, when we look at the life cycle management, we want to establish a single point of contact for all license queries. And so the goal here, like I said, throughout the year, whether it be via a general health check or to evaluate all the changes at Adobe with product enhancements or changes to their licensing programs, we just want to make sure that our customers are aware of all the things that are coming through Adobe. We feel that with this intention, we want to intentionally drive our end user experience, and that we encourage more adoption to the products. And so for that, we like to as well run a lot of our reporting through our deployment rates. So not only is Insight interested in obviously making sure the customer has everything they need and purchase on time, but we want to make sure that you're falling in love with the products as well. We want to ensure that the end users are really getting the most out of their products. And so we feel that this will help drive our adoption rates. So what's in the pipeline with Adobe? So coming up really soon, as we pursue here at Insight, as we pursue our ambition to be the leading solutions integrator, I'm very excited to announce that Insight will be one of the first adopters to Adobe's marketplace. So as of October 2023, we will effectively have our Insight VIP marketplace platform available to our customers. So what is the VIP marketplace to begin with? So first and foremost, the marketplace experience will allow you to procure, provision, purchase, and check out all your Adobe licensing through one dedicated platform. This is a major upgrade to the current ordering process. And so I have some of the key highlights in this slide here. And so the first one is you'll experience a much faster ordering process. So the client will be able to place orders without even needing to call into their sales rep and get immediate access to their license. The platform will also allow you to manage all software in the same dashboard. So if you're leveraging other products like in Microsoft CSV, all your cloud solutions will be under the same dashboard. And we feel that that will simplify any billing processes. And my personal favorite, this will also, within the marketplace, you'll be able to really have control on your upcoming renewal. So if you're an organization who has their dedicated designers in place and for your anniversary date, your order will go in. You will have the ability to turn on or off auto renew. So the goal here is really to, ensure that end user experience is met. There's no interruptions to service, and so forth. And the best part of all, we will have, and we do have in place today, our amazing program lead who is helping customers on an individual effort, working them through and moving them into the marketplace. And her name is Maytal Abrez. And so we have all the resources in place to help ensure that the transition is seamless. And that is all I had for the news with Adobe and the marketplace. So I'll turn this over to Adobe and Alex Duffus.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Yes, the marketplace is a very exciting new feature coming from Adobe. So definitely looking forward to the launch of that in October and being able to service Insight clients. And I do just want to iterate that it's been a long time partnership with Insight and Adobe, and a very strong, dedicated team that knows what they're doing and can help you with all of your Adobe needs. So a great partnership between the two. Oops. So my name is Alex Duffus. I'm the Senior Channel Account Manager covering Insight, and I'll be taking you through about 6 or 7 slides before we get to what I think everyone's looking for, is kind of a demo of some of the latest features within Acrobat. So to start, I think what you see on this slide, most everybody can kind of understand and grasp with, but over the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen a wave of investment to keep businesses moving and prepare what we call the future of work. And I think COVID really kind of accelerated that, right? And it's really around, digital first engagements, moving into a hybrid workplace. Again, we've been hearing this for quite some time, but it's here. And customers and employees are kind of expecting everything to be experience driven. So that expectation for engagements with customers and employees is that, those experience engagements are digital first, and there's an expectation that they can be equally productive outcomes in a digital engagement, almost like an in-person interaction, right? So we've seen how this has kind of morphed and evolved, into this hybrid model. Anything that still requires physical engagement is a friction on the business. But hybrid doesn't necessarily mean video conferences and digital documents. It's really about examining processes to see if employees can be as productive as possible, regardless of their location. So there is this expectation that the experience employees and customers have in digital engagements is the same or even better than when they were engaged face-to-face. This is just kind of the new reality of kind of where we're at and what Adobe is hopefully trying to address. This is today's, business context. Again, it's that digital experience. And again, most companies have successfully navigated that over the last 2 or 3 years, but we're seeing an acceleration, right? An acceleration of, hey, we've got to get to some digital maturity, right? So the big, bullet point here is, 8.5 out of 10 businesses consider digital document tools critical to their business. So again, this is where PDF and Acrobat come into play, right? PDFs have always been one of the most used file formats. There are trillions and trillions of PDFs in emails, web, and in the cloud. And in fact, in Microsoft SharePoint, there are more PDFs than Microsoft's own file formats like Word and PowerPoint. It is the intelligent container for your digital information. And during the pandemic, there's been a new appreciation for e-signatures. Forbes indicates that over 69% of businesses started using e-signatures during the pandemic and now prefer that to signing in person. Again, the context of what this webinar is about is to bring some of the value of what we can do within Acrobat and e-signatures to your Microsoft set. So despite digital experiences being such an important touch point for customers and employees, a lot of organizations still do not invest enough time and energy in setting up documents right. Though if we think about it, the document or PDF is a vehicle of important information for the company. And this information should not be locked up in a document. It should, in fact, be readily available and actionable, right? Be able to pull the information out of that is key for a lot of customers. So setting up the right document process can really help you unlock a great wealth of information and set your business up for success. For example, creation of documents should be in everyday applications, and the compliance and security of a document should be embedded in the creation process. Let me say that again. It should be embedded in the creation process. Collaboration should be easy in interactive everyday applications. And it should be easy to reconcile in a single file so that it's easy to get things done, right? You should be able to tag information in PDFs and later analyze it so you can see any trends in your business. And all this data in a PDF should be stored in the right place with the right audit trail so that your customer, you and other customers can have peace of mind. And ideally, to help your business scale manual document tasks, you should be able to automate the creation of documents by pulling data from the right sources and be able to send for e-signature, notify, store, etc., all through automated processes. So what are some of the inefficiencies of a disconnected tech? So what you're seeing here is a lot of maybe a typical workflow, right? 365 is in play, but maybe there's overlaid with some PDF creation tools. Maybe in your organization you have some Acrobat in place, or maybe a PDF clone, and then you've layered on another e-sign solution, right? So what the slide is really trying to show is that, it's kind of a disconnected workflow. And this is where Adobe and Acrobat and Microsoft can really help kind of streamline some of this. The business environment has seen major impact through having a disconnected tech environment. Employees are feeling as if they are spending their work week working on unimportant tasks, and those tasks are limiting their ability to get work done. Your employees are currently not as productive as they should be, struggling through rework. We've all done that, having to rework information from one format to another. Businesses are losing major customers due to document process failures, as well as spending more on data exposure and fees. Currently, the business environment has, in this example, Microsoft 365, some online PDFs, some forms, Acrobat, maybe a clone. With an additional budget, then they could layer on an e-sign solution. As more users frequently use free online PDF software, they are exposed to risk, and the documents they are creating as unsecure as they may inadvertently share sensitive information as users are logging in more with personal identification and not with their business credentials, even in readers. So with Microsoft 365 plus a clone and an e-signature solution does not exactly integrate, as they are disconnected tech, so the experience in document creation is not seamless. When their tech is disconnected, users are spending more time on their documents than they are creating, or as they are gauging through time-consuming and inefficient methods of collaboration with coworkers to finalize the document. With multiple different software solutions and disconnected tech, it would require multiple admins to manage licenses and causing inefficiencies as their control is not centralized. These inefficiencies can be avoided and should be a main concern for businesses. What if these inefficiencies can be avoided with one product? And they can through the integration of Microsoft 365 and Acrobat. According to our data, 91% of the time, users are logging in with their personal accounts and not using their business credentials when they log in. So if we take a look at what could be achieved with one product, now you see a much more streamlined, more efficient way of collaborating and managing document workflow, right? So again, I just want to state off the top, right, we're big partner of Microsoft's in terms of integrations and engagements, right? So across a number of different ways, you see Adobe products, especially Acrobat, integrated into Microsoft solutions. So when users are integrated within Microsoft 365 and Acrobat, either standard or pro, they're ensuring security with SSO as they can log in to Microsoft 365 and Acrobat as well and gain tools like Microsoft Purview information protection, which is another layer of protection of data. They also gain an all-in-one solution through integration as they gain Microsoft 365 Acrobat and sign creating, which is, again, using fewer solutions, which boosts productivity and ensures minimal potential fees for security. Employees are collaborating with ease through being integrated with Microsoft 365 and Acrobat. Having a standardized solution, integration requires fewer admins as they can streamline license management, saving time managing multiple licenses. So I'm sure most on the phone, if you're an admin on a number of different software solutions or vendors, however you want to call it, right? Being able to streamline this and have this kind of all-in-one solution can be very beneficial for your organization. So we see some results on the business for business impact, right? Employees are looking for tools for mobile accessibility and tools to increase their efficiency of work. As the integration of Acrobat has led to 48% better employee experience and efficiency through connected tech. Businesses have saved 43 hours per year per employee through Microsoft applications, and businesses have saved 22% on their IT budget with the right software partner. So screams, hey, this is a much more efficient way. You're using 365 today, Acrobat embeds and is integrated within it. So now you can be within one tool to be able to do the work that you need to do. So again, this just highlights kind of the user experience today, right? Toggling between multiple screens, not really efficient collaboration, definitely a security and compliance risk due to data leaks. If an unprotected PDF is put out on the website, right, that exposes your organization to, data leaks, and then again, wasted time and effort. So, so when they're toggling between multiple screens, there's just inefficiency in productivity and collaboration. With Adobe, we're embedded within Microsoft 365, and we have a single sign-on and seamlessness while ensuring users are secure so that they can focus on their work more efficiently. Users can work securely across devices, and they can spend less time focusing on strategic projects as they are more productive and working efficiently, spending less time on so many cycles. So the point is, right, is now you're within a single app, you can work more securely, and you can work a lot faster, right, with the power of 365 and Acrobat working together. So this slide, really just kind of shows not only do our products integrate, Adobe products integrate within the full suite of Microsoft products with PDF at the center as the kind of the container, the intelligent document container, right? But we also have integrations with a lot of other software partners out there, whether it's across, Salesforce or Box or Dropbox, Microsoft being a very big partner, but Workday, others. So this has really been a area of emphasis from an Adobe, right? To make sure that the data doesn't just go into a PDF and then just sit there. It's accessible, it's collaborative, right? Because PDF is, the document file format of choice, and is really a container of that information that your company has worked hard to gather, now make it much more accessible, much more collaborative as you use that information throughout your organization. Again, the size and the ubiquity of PDF is well known, I'm sure. you know, but it is the file format of choice. And now, you know, again, with e-signatures available as well, it just becomes an even more business critical type of tool for an organization to have. So enough of my yakking. A couple of poll questions before I turn it over to Minu for our demonstration. Okay. We'll make sure that if those didn't give you enough time to look at those questions, but I'll turn it over to Minu now, who'll take us through a demo of some of the things that were discussed here a little bit earlier. Minu, turn it over to you.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. My name is Minu Thend, and I'm a solutions consultant for Document Cloud. And today I will be walking you through a demo of Microsoft Teams and Acrobat Pro and show you how the full set of tools works within Acrobat Pro, and then also how you can collaborate with your team all in one app. Rachel, are you sharing the screen?
I am not, but it looks like I can see your screen.
I'm not sharing anything.
Okay, I'm not sure who that was. Or is that did you play the video? Here, I'll go back to the previous slide. There you go. Now you should be able to share your screen.
Can you share the video, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Here we go. So the video should be rolling. You should all be able to see the video in the media player. There it is. Oh.
I just can't see it on my end.
So it's in the top right.
How can I make that larger so I could see it?
So between the team chat on the back end and the slides, you can drag that over to the left and it'll make it bigger.
It's not letting me do that.
Okay, let me see.
Let me see here. Yeah, when I click audience, I can't see it on the big screen.
It won't take over the big screen. It's going to continue being on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay. Can you just go ahead and play it from the beginning and I can play it on my end because I can't see that.
Yeah, for sure. I sent you separately some instructions on it as well. All right, playing from the beginning.
Awesome. So here we are inside of the Acrobat Pro tools. So as you can see all of your toolbars up top. You can see create PDF, combine files, organize pages, edit your PDF, and scan and OCR. With scan and OCR, you can extract text and convert scanned documents into editable and searchable PDF files. There's also forms and signatures, so you can send PDFs out for signature as well and fill and sign. You can share and review, send out for comments, add a stamp. And then under protect and standardize, we have you can protect and encrypt your PDF, so with a password. And then you could also optimize your PDF. And then accessibility is super important because with when your PDF is accessible, it can be read and accessed by people with disabilities, and Adobe makes it super easy to create accessible PDFs and check the accessibility of existing PDFs as well. As you can see on the right-hand corner, you can see all of your view of your tools, and you could also add tools that are not added there as well. So we'll go ahead and click on the combine feature and we'll combine our files. So I'll just select some files from my computer, and I have 4 files here, so I'll go ahead and add them. And once they're added, you just have to wait until they're uploaded here. And then once that is done, then we can go ahead and click combine. So once we click combine, we can see all of our entire document here. So this is what it looks like. We could see that all 4 pages were combined. And then now what we can do is we could just go ahead and edit the PDF. And maybe we want to change this number. And then we'll just go ahead and save that PDF. And then I'll save it as Acrobat Webinar. And I'll just go ahead and save it to my desktop. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and open up Teams. And inside of Teams, I will select my group. And inside of my group, I can just go ahead and select the channel that I want to go to. And I can find Adobe Acrobat, the app. And under the app, I can select where I want to be, right? So I can select Teams or OneDrive or upload from my computer. And I'll just go ahead and upload from my computer, and I'll select that combined file there, and I'll share a copy. And this is what this is doing. It's basically sharing it with the entire group, right? So on this general group here, and I can just go ahead and type in, please take a look, make some changes, and everyone in this group has access to this document. So anyone in this group can open up the PDF and they can start making the changes. They can either go to the right-hand side and click on comments and start adding their comments there, or they can go to the left-hand side and select from one of the tool options. So I'll just go ahead and select the draw freehand tool. And this is really cool because I can just write on the document, right? So it's all freehand. I can circle whatever I want, add a comment, and other people can view this and make those changes. So it's really cool because you could collaborate with others, right? And I can continue doing that. So I'll just add some more comments here and go ahead and circle this. And then I'll just make changes. My handwriting is not that great. But as you can see, you can continue to add some more comments. And then once I'm done adding my comments, I'll show you how others can also view those comments as well. And you can also see that as I select each comment, it takes me directly to that place where that change was made. Or sorry, that comment was made. So I'll just close it out and save it. And then if I was, right now I'm signed in as Minu, but if I was John, I can go in as John and I can see all of Minu's comments here. And as I click on the comments, it takes me directly to that comment that where I need to make the change. And then I can actually respond to Minu here and say, hey, I updated this. Thank you so much, or whatever you want, and then post it. And you can interact with your peers that way as well on a document. So now what I'll do is I'll go back into Adobe Acrobat, but before I do that, I'll go ahead and close this out. And all of the comments get saved live there. So then I'll just go ahead and open up Adobe Acrobat within Teams. And as you can see, all of the tools that you were able to view inside of the Adobe Acrobat app, you can also view here, right? So without having to leave Microsoft Teams, you're able to do whatever you really need to do within Acrobat directly in the Teams integration. And it doesn't matter where you are. So it doesn't matter if you're inside of Teams or on your desktop or on the web or even in your mobile app. You're able to view and edit and do whatever you need to do inside of Acrobat wherever you are. So that's pretty much the demo. But here you can see all of the tools, whether you're on the desktop, mobile, or the web. So that is pretty much the Acrobat Pro and Teams integration. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll pass it back to Rachel.
Awesome. Do we have any questions on the demo? Feel free to throw those in the chat. And I believe we have a couple polls as well. Put those on the screen while you get those going. And next poll. And final poll here, if you just want to take a moment to fill that out. Great. I'm not seeing any questions right now. I'll give it a couple more minutes, but appreciate everyone dropping in and participating in this webinar today. All right, without any questions, I'll go ahead and conclude today's webinar. I appreciate everyone joining. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.